Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. JC here with another video on Action Taimanin. Today we're gonna check all the campaigns, bonuses, rewards, and everything that newer players will be able to take advantage of. But before we start, don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. So let's start with the easy ones. So number one, we have the login bonuses. So if I enter here, first of all, we have the 7-day special reward for new commanders. This has been in the game for a while. You're gonna be able to grab a couple SR gacha tickets, which are not that impressive, but the UR gacha ticket for a supporter, that's actually pretty good. So yeah, take advantage of this. Be sure to log in for 7 days. Then, in this month, we're gonna have a 15-day login bonus, and it's going to give us a UR gacha voucher. Not only that, it's also going to give us optical suit, which is going to be a permanent suit that your first character is going to be able to equip, and that's gonna give them stats, so take advantage of that. There's also the material kit top, which is going to allow you to level up your characters even further, very important. The same can be said about the emblem kit, be sure to grab them. And there's a bunch of other rewards. Just know that no matter the month that you start, there's going to be some kind of campaign and you'll be able to take advantage of them. This is one that is going to last for April, but there will be other campaigns. Then, we have for newer players the special login reward. This is for everyone, and as long as you connect, you're gonna be able to get a bunch of rewards. And the most important ones for newer players in the first month is going to be the EXP bonus for 1 day. You want to save them so you use them when you have a good amount of AP refills, when there are half AP campaigns, or when you know that you're gonna play for a while. Just be sure to use it properly. And the other important thing over here is going to be the Heavy Shika pack, which is going to give you a ton of gems and is going to give you extra drops. Again, this one, use it when you know you're gonna farm, because it's gonna be very effective. Then, we have Welcome to Gosha Commanders, and this is another campaign that is going to last for 30 days. It's going to give you, first of all, the first week, a weapon for any character that you want, up to Azusa. That is the last weapon that we have over here. So you can get weapons for Inage, for any character that you want, really. If you want a recommendation, let me see. Some of the best weapons that you can get are Undying Apophis over here for Astaroth. We also have Ignis Blade for Ingrid, sure. We have Skull Face for Oboro. Twin Sword IR and UV for Kurenai. And it's not a bad idea to grab a weapon for Emily. Honestly, whichever weapon you want is fine. All of them are pretty good. So yeah. Those are my recommendations. After that, on the next week, you're gonna be able to grab a custom. These customs are all of them seasonals. As far as I know, there is nothing like extremely exclusive that you should prioritize. So you can grab either the customs, which you should, or 350 gems, which I do not recommend because you want the stats from the customs. Then we have a voucher for a supporter. The voucher, wait a moment, this is a voucher too, right? Yeah, this is a voucher. The vouchers you can select. Those are extremely important. And from this one, there is a plethora of good supporters. But let me just highlight some of them. Fuyutsuki, it's excellent for endgame. And also for farming dailies. Particularly for dailies, it can be very good because it increases damage by a ton. But you need to kill mobs. If there are no mobs, it's not gonna be useful. Keep that in mind. White is also pretty good, but it's anti-human. It's only against one kind of character. Cyaneo, also pretty good to support demons. We have over here Nano, which enhances critical damage for melee and range damage. Overall, pretty good. We have Yukina, which is going to increase the damage of the skills by 20% with one copy. Lina is going to be damage increase for demons and also damage increase against demons. Pretty useful. These two are pretty good. This one for red characters and this one for demon characters is gonna give you both damage increase and damage reduction. That's pretty useful at the beginning of the game. You can also grab Suruga, which gives you critical rate and critical damage. Akane, which gives you a heal on the active, critical damage against bosses, and damage for all enemies. Pretty good. Yuno, which gives you invincibility and enhances your critical damage on the basics. This one, which gives you invincibility, is Pika. Pretty good as well. Then we have Kowaru, which gives you critical damage for everything, and Amane, which gives you damage against machines. There's many other supporters, but those are the highlights that I will give you. Then, on the 28th date, we're gonna get another costume. Yet again. Oh. On acquire character. That's the red one. I see. So, for these ones, again, there's nothing like extremely limited. All of these are gonna get rerun. So grab whichever you like, honestly. But you need the character to grab it. Just keep that in mind. Lastly, we have task for document number 8. And that goes up to, I think, Asusa. Yeah, that makes sense. So, from this one, let me tell you something. Do not grab Asagi, Sakura, Yuki, Rinko, Murasaki, or Su. Why not? Because they are cheaper than other characters if you buy them with gems. So, buy those characters with gems. You don't want to grab them with this task force. Instead, buy anything else, because everyone else is going to cost 1,200 gems. So yeah, it's better to grab the other characters, which are good. Oboro is a highlight. You want her because on red she's able to, I'm gonna say stun, but it's basically stop the enemies on their track pretty easily. Astaroth is also pretty good, but at the start of the game she's gonna be squishy and she's not gonna deal enough damage. You have to build her, you have to prepare to build her in order to take advantage of this character. She's amazing. She deals a ton of damage when she is equipped with the correct gear, and she moves pretty fast. So, another good character that you can get is Tokiko. Tokiko is pretty F2B friendly, pretty beginner friendly. You need the SR weapon to make this one functional, and it's gonna be an excellent supporter. Perhaps not your first pick because you want to play with characters. This is a pick that you want when you're building a team. The same can be said about Shizuru. She is not as F2P friendly because she doesn't have a busted SR weapon, but she's pretty decent. She deals a ton of damage, debuffs, and heals. Unfortunately, she's squishy. So, similar to Astaroth, you want to build her in order to make her proficient. Then, Maika, another highlight, pretty good, but again, like Astaroth, she is unable to recover her HP. She's a ranged attacker. She's slow, unlike Astaroth, and unless you are prepared to just level her up super quickly, I would advise to just wait a little bit before you grab this one. Then. Shisui is important as well as Emily, but I'll talk about those later. Spinel is also pretty good, but not a first pick. She's a little bit more demanding than Maika and Astaroth because, again, she is super strong. She doesn't have healing, but she deals a ton of damage. But the thing the difference between those two and Spinel is that Spinel is melee, so she is going to take more damage than Astaroth or Maika. So it's better to leave this one for later. Lapis, super excellent. One that you want to build ASAP, because this is going to be pretty good for team battles, and it's going to allow you to heal a ton. She's the healer of the game. And if you have difficulties on a stage because of the HP, you can just use her on blue and she's gonna survive. Phantasma, an excellent character that you definitely want to build. Pretty good. The same can be said about... Oh, it's not here. Ragnarok is not here. But Azusa is also a pretty decent character. She's a little bit squishy at the start, but she deals a tremendous amount of damage. So be sure to grab her. There's a ton of options. It's up to you. Whichever you want to grab is fine. Even if it's not the most optimal thing, if I didn't mention it, just grab what you want. But take into consideration that the first one that I mentioned are cheaper with gems. Now, let's go to the campaigns. Starting with these campaigns. These are exclusive for newer players, and it's new returning users support AP consumption event, and new returning users support BP consumption events. So just by spending your energy, you're going to be able to claim these items. Some AP refills, up to 4 per day. 3 high tier material kits, which are going to give you random high tier materials. 10 Doki Doki presents and 20 gems. This is daily, guys. Be sure to spend your AP and claim these items. The BP, on the other hand, is going to give you BP refills. 2 and 3, that's 5 BP refills. 1 Magatama gacha ticket, which is going to be useful, but I mean, you can build your Magatamas faster than they give you the resources. The beats, the SR beats are pretty useful, and a couple more gems. So be sure to spend your energy every single day and claim these items. These are going to make a big difference, trust me. By the way, about the AP refills, don't use them just yet. That's my recommendation. Like, you may, if you want, to spend the whole day farming, but it is better that you spend when you have more characters, because each character is going to give you, over here you see that I have plus 20. That's thanks to each character. Each one gives me 5 to my maximum AP meter. The more characters I get, the more AP I have, and the syringes give you maximum AP. So if I have, let's say, 1000 AP as maximum, one syringe is going to give me that. So keep that in mind. Instead, use these ones. These ones are fixed, so it's better to spend these items. Then, and for the BP is always fixed, no matter the item. This is always going to give you 1. So keep that in mind. Now, we have more. So, very quickly, there are these campaigns that are going to reduce the AP cost of main quest and archive. Take advantage of those, and also do the story missions to grab these boxes. And there are these missions for newer players that give you copies of this supporter, but honestly it's not that important. So you may grab them, but you're gonna stop using that supporter pretty soon. Just know that. Then we have welcome event for new commanders. This is amazing. And this is going to define how you're gonna play on the first week. So, first of all, by claiming, doing the missions, you're gonna be able to claim various rewards. Super important, as soon as you can, acquire 5 items from quests. Yeah, as soon as you can, grab the corresponding potion for the character that you selected and use it. That is going to optimize your EXP gains. Then, for supporters, there are a ton of supporters that you can grab. and that's pretty good. But it is a difficult decision to select the right supporters, because there are many good F2P supporters. So all of these were given to us on events, and you won't be able to get them in the future to 5 out of 5. You will get some copies, but it will be difficult to get them at 5 out of 5. So you have to select the right one. Well, Misaki is amazing, and everyone should have this at 5 out of 5. We already received the run and the rerun, so it's unlikely that you get this one. Arabelle is also pretty good, giving you damage against bosses, but again, not the greatest to start with if you are going to fight mobs. So, which ones do I recommend? Honestly, Susune. Susune is going to be very good. You're not gonna see its effectiveness right away, because you're not going to abuse debuffs right away. But pretty soon, you're gonna be able to take advantage of this supporter. You get damage increase when the enemy is debuff. You could also go for Estella, which gives you generic damage increase. It is not as high as Susune's, but it's always active. It's up to you, whichever you want to take, it's fine. If you want to focus on EXP, which I do not recommend, Lidva is going to increase your EXP gain. But again, you're going to play a lot, so I do not recommend that you grab Lidva. If you're worried about the enemies killing you, Nana is excellent if you have a protect type character like Sakura, or if you grab Lapis. And another highlight is Onigumo. Onigumo is pretty good. It gives you damage increase against demons. And there's many more, like Kotone, Ichika, Nino, if I can go over here, Nino Waver, Granny. Those give damage increase for melee and range respectively, but it's basically Stella, but with a limitation. So if you want that, grab Stella. Then, lastly, you're gonna be able to grab a weapon. You should grab the rebellious weapon for the corresponding character that you have. The rebellious weapon is also known as the Momochi weapon. It's the black and cyan weapon. These are pretty good for critical. You're not going to take advantage of the weapon right away, but as you level up, you'll see its potential. The other weapons require you to play perfectly, and that's kind of a hassle. You don't want to take hits so that you are able to use the effect, so I do not recommend Naraku, Phantom Knives. Greek Fire, so, but I will skip it for now. Then, Day 2. Day 2, they're gonna give you basically gacha rolls, free gacha rolls for a green gacha. And while this is a little bit more generous than before, it's random. But it's good because I got a UR weapon, a UR supporter from this, and it's extremely useful. But you cannot select the supporters that you want, which is a shame. Also, on the second day, you're gonna get missions so that you get supporter upgrade boxes and weapon upgrade boxes. This is going to allow you to get that UR to max level, as well as the both weapon and supporter, which is amazing. And when you complete all the missions, you're gonna be able to grab this autoplay character gift. Mwah. Well done, Gremory. This is amazing. So you're gonna be able to grab Emily or Shisui. Shisui is the stronger pick, but Emily has an advantage that she's going to be able to clear certain missions that require you to do a certain amount of combos extremely easy. That's why I always recommend Emily. So it's up to you. Whichever you want to pick is fine. These are extremely important. And not only do you get Emily and Shisui, you also get an advancing pass. This is going to allow you to almost max level the character to the first set of awakenings, and that's pretty good because you're going to be able to auto farm even to the max difficulty of the daily quest, which is pretty good. You also get skill points to enhance their stats of the characters. Amazing. Third day, you get blue gacha rolls, again useful, and a UR gacha ticket, another random gacha weapon or supporter, which is appreciated. Even if you don't get something for the characters that you have, you're gonna use them eventually, trust me. And then on the fourth day, we have red gacha rolls and a couple Magatama tickets and a custom by completing all the missions. This is the Sakura custom, which, well, it's a Spring Herald, that's the name, but it's nice to grab more costumes. There's nothing special over here. Like, they do reruns of this. You'll be able to grab them whenever you want, so grab whichever you like or one for the characters that you have. Then, ooh, look at this. We have another character selector. This is character selector number 4, which only reaches to Saika. From this one, I would recommend grabbing Tokiko, honestly. I think it's the best option due to the limitations, because this is beginner friendly, unlike the other ones. While the other ones are pretty strong, this is gonna be pretty good at the beginning of the game, because she gains critical rate just by playing, which is great. Then, on this day, on the 6th day, you're gonna be able to grab more supported upgrade boxes and weapon upgrade boxes, which is nice, but honestly at this point it is unnecessary. Just by reaching day 2 and grabbing the out of armor, you're gonna be completely fine on the resources department. And we have another what's the name? Another skin, yeah, which is going to be Secret Garden. No, it's the Sleepover Ladies. Yeah, Sleepover Ladies. It's the nightgown or whatever. So another skin, sure. Then on the 7th day, you're gonna get a weapon gacha voucher, a gacha ticket, and a supporter gacha ticket, which is nice. You also get a heavy Shika day off. Don't use it right away. This is pretty useful. 30 days? Wow, that's pretty generous. I expected only 1 day. Well, save it for when you need it. As you can see, these are the effects, pretty useful for farming. Save it when there are campaigns. Also, some other highlights, the Talisman of Study is going to allow you to gain a ton of XP for an hour, and the Talisman of Wealth is going to increase item drops. It's similar basically to the Heavy Shika, so use it when you know you're farming. Lastly, we have another Task Force document number 4. And this time, which character should you grab? Probably Oboro. Especially if you have red supporters, Oboro is going to be an excellent pick. If you don't have red supporters, blue is another color that works. If you have green, perhaps you want another character. Astaroth or Micah, whichever you want. If you want something different, be sure to grab it. It's also pretty good. So, that's one thing. We also have the missions. Just by playing, you're gonna start unlocking a ton of missions and you're gonna get a huge income of gems. Do not spend it on the gacha, please. You don't want to do gacha right away. If you do, you want to use coins, like these coins, not gems. You may do the first roll of a gacha because it is discount. But if you think, well, I am going to do always the first roll, you're not gonna have gems, guys. So it's not always, it's when you actually want to get to pity, and that's 100 pulls. So it is kind of expensive, guys. Avoid the gacha right now and focus on grabbing all the characters, or as many as you can. That's going to give you more AP, and it's going to you're going to be able to farm more, get more resources, and start playing with them. So, what other campaigns do we have? Well, another highlight that I want to mention is the Golden Pass. Obviously, this costs money, but you don't need to pay for it. Like, half of it is F2P, so just grab the rewards and that's going to help you a lot. If you manage to join a club, that's going to be amazing. You're going to be able to get a couple rewards thanks to everyone unlocking the equivalent of the golden passport in the club. That's a thing. And the archive. Yeah, I almost forgot about the archive. Guys, you want to unlock basically everything over here, and you want to do the runs. Unfortunately, for newer players, it is unlikely that you... No, yeah. On the second day, you can clear anything. Just by equipping your newly acquired auto farmer, you will be able to clear everything, all the difficulties, and claim supporters and weapons. Since we have a campaign right now with discount on the AP, you should clear everything here to get supporters and weapons. And the weapons, you can use them for the armory, which you unlock little by little, but this is going to increase your stats by a lot. So, yeah, that's a bunch of things, guys. So, in the end, it's up to you what you decide to do in regards to the characters that you pick. Just keep in mind the highlights that I say, because those are pretty efficient. You can use one of your boxes or two of your boxes for the characters that you like, but maybe consider having some of those that actually work well at the end. Besides, there's also the characters that we haven't seen just yet. So, I have to do this manually. I'm using a different controller, guys. So, as you saw, you're gonna get characters up to Saika. You're gonna be able to grab Shisui or Emily with the auto farming thing. And then you're gonna be able to grab, with the 30 days, characters up to Asusa. Where is Ragnarok? That explains. I already have Ragnarok. Well, Ragnarok wasn't on the voucher. So if you want to grab Ragnarok, she's a pretty strong character, guys. Issues with this character, that you want to have at least the SR weapon. The SR weapon, which I don't have, is going to help you out, make this character extremely strong, and she's going to be able to farm pretty easily. She passively heals herself, so she's an excellent pick. Murasaki, as I mentioned, she's way cheaper than other characters, so that's why I got her, and she's really strong. So, as I mentioned, this one, 1,000, 1,100. Oh, I miss Shiranui. Shiranui is also 1,000 gems, so be sure to grab it. This one is 1,000. This one is 800. So do not forget about that, guys. Grabbing these with gems is way better. Whew. So yeah, there's a ton of campaigns, a ton of things that you can do. I'm going to leave a link to the video where I show you how to spend the first week in the game. Though it can change a little bit thanks to the addition of the auto farmer. You're gonna be able to get a ton of resources extremely easy, guys. So, well, have fun with the game, take advantage of all these campaigns, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye!